I don't even know what to say, family. I have no idea what to say right now. We, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real. I know that everybody is a is an NBA player, but there's no way we should have lost to the Pelicans without Ingram, without Graham, while we have just about a full squad. This was one of the most embarrassing and pathetic losses that we have had this season. I don't even care about the comeback part. I don't even care about the comeback part. We was down. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, family. We was down 35. At one point we was down 19 in the first quarter. In the first quarter, we was down 19 in the first quarter. Someone explain to me, why were we down 19 points in the first quarter? Analyst, check your Twitter, man. I just put Twitter up on my PC. Go check your Twitter. I sent you the link. I'm gonna see what y'all. Let me see what the chat is saying. Seth says a roller coaster season. Ben Drippin said terrible loss. This team weak as hell. Absolutely no dogs in the group. John Anicia says, I'm starting to see a pattern. Every time we're close to 500, we lose, but I'm not mad at this game, but it hurts. Neek said he just got the news that we lost. Dwayne said it's not the team. Dwayne said we would not be successful with Trae Young having the ball in his hands. Pockets blaming Nate. I love Trae, but I think we play better without him. No hate. Should have just used his challenge. I know what you're talking about. Incog say send him the link. Here you go, Incog. There you go. I'm just reading what everybody's saying in the chat, man. Before I let you know my thoughts and opinions, I wanted to see what are here come Raj with the BS. Go JR said we let Tekashi 6ix9ine beat us. Javante said we need a big man that can rebound. Let me tell you something, man. Hold up, what Dwayne said. Dwayne said we got to move the ball better, not let Trae make every play. I'm going to tell you what's funny, family. I'm going to tell you what's funny. We not good. We inconsistent. Everything y'all saying right now in the chat, family, everything y'all saying in the chat, I have not already said all this already? Haven't I said this already? How many times have y'all heard me come up here and say we need a legitimate 7-foot backup big? I don't know how many times I've come up here and said that, but instead, when I say that, y'all sit there and tell me, no, man, Yeka can be our center. No, he can't, bro. No, he can't. Y'all sitting here telling me, look at what Dominique say. We playing down to teams that record-wise we equal or lower than us. I'm waiting for somebody. The only person who keeping it real so far, man. Only person keeping it real so far is where he at? Dwayne in here keeping it real. Dwayne is in here keeping it 100% buckets. I know fans be scared to say something, man. When you even though you see it happen in front of your face, but come on, man. Come on. Now you see why I say we need legitimate backup big who can just crash the boards. They don't have to score. We need a big who can crash the boards. We too small. What's good, Tangu? We too small, family. We too small. Y'all over here trying to sit here and tell me, oh, hold up, man, hold up. But we got we go Onyeka could be our starting center. No. No. He too small. He's a good defender, not taking that away. But when other teams go big, we are at a disadvantage. And guess what? Even though we got this, and when you go back and look at the game, even though we got the stops, we got that last stop that we needed. Guess what happened? We couldn't get the rebound. Why? Because we're too small. Our tallest player is Clint Capella. Gallo at 6'10", he don't even crash the boards. Collins at 6'10" or 6'9", but he be at the 3-point line. And now y'all see why I said we need either get a legitimate backup big and let Capella be a backup, or get a backup for Capella. Point blank, period. We too small. And then y'all want to hold up, guys. I'm gonna bring my guy on. This is my guy, DJ Incog. We've been going back and forth for I don't know how many years now about the Hawks. But I'm gonna bring him on. Let's see what my boy Incog got to say, and then we'll get analysts. We'll get your thoughts on the game. Talk to me, DJ. What's popping, homie?
Man, what it is, man.
Give me your thoughts tonight, bro.
What it is, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I'm gonna tell you, hear the truth, man. The Pelicans, man, they played hard and they wanted it more. We got people on the Hawks that spoon fed, man. Straight spoon fed. They get to the NBA and they start working. My boy Alvarado out there balling, man. Going toe to toe with Trae Young. Man shouldn't even be in the league. Undrafted, going toe to toe with Trae Young. Hustling, playing hard. What we doing? What are we doing? What Hunter doing? What Herter doing? They don't want to play hard, man. That's the thing. You got this New Orleans Pelicans team without Brandon Ingram.
And
without Zion Williams.
And without a point guard, DeAndre Graham.
Playing hard. What we doing? Ain't hustling for loose balls.
I think since we made
ain't getting in there trying to get the rebounds. How many offensive rebound the man had?
I'm gonna pull up the stats.
Come on, man.
I think since we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, everybody done fell off, and then everybody got paid.
Man, look here. And I'm gonna tell you the truth right here. If Alvarado was on the Hawks, guess where he'd be? He'd be in College Park. That's what I'm saying. If we don't got no hustle, we don't got no fight. We think we supposed to be in the Eastern Conference. We ain't trying to earn nothing. That's the problem. Flat out. And shout out to my boy Alvarado. He played. I mean, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about this game right here. You just got to give it up to him. Flat out. And I don't know. I mean, hey, if we make the playoffs, we make the playoffs. But guess what? I don't know what we're gonna do. And that's the outright truth. Anybody can talk all that they want about, this, that, and the other. The flat out point is we ain't hustling. We don't, and we've been outplayed by undrafted rookie. Now I don't know if he's a rookie, but I mean, hey, he undrafted and that's going toe to toe with Trae Young.
That's the same thing that happened when San Antonio came up here.
Same thing. I mean, hey, what can you say? We can't go out there and hustle for them.
Nope. Sure can't. Analyst, what's your thoughts on the game today?
Listen, I just thought that. Listen, we, we were so. It's like we were so relaxed in that first half. We just didn't know what we were doing. Credit to New Orleans. Though. I thought that they played hard. I thought that they made some tough shots, but I thought that they played hard. They got stops. We were just they came in with the game plan. That they all they wanted to do was once someone got the ball on the left side of the floor, they trapped right off and they filled up the middle. So if you threw it to the middle, you're going to turn the ball over. We saw that a lot, and they got out in transition. And they scored. Credit to New Orleans. Listen, I think that what really, first of all, the first quarter was just not good. But I remember that we were in this situation against New Orleans. For the first time we played them, we were able to make a comeback. So first quarter, disappointed, but I thought that we would be able to get back into it. Third quarter, I, I thought that we finished off the third quarter weak. We finished off as a bunch of weak and nice guys. We let them get right down the lane. We let them hit three. It was like, come on, we had a chance, and we really blew it. We blew our chance to take the momentum going into the fourth quarter at the end of the third quarter. If you go back and look at those final possessions, so then we move into the fourth quarter. And I knew as soon as Hernan Gomez got that fourth foul, whatever it was, and I saw Willie Green go back to Valanciunas and Jackson Hayes, I said, Nate, this is your time to go with Onyeka and Clint. I said, you have got to at least try. We're getting killed on the boards. We're not getting any offensive rebounds. We're getting tortured by Valanciunas. I didn't even know Jackson Hayes could shoot the three ball. He made one tonight. I mean, we're getting tortured. I said, we have got to at least try this big man lineup, run Gallo at the three, to at least see if we can get something going with that on the defensive end, get some stops. But we didn't do it. We went with our same lineup. We went with Gallo at the four, who doesn't crash the board. But I'm going to give Gallo his props. And I thought he played well, but he hasn't done that in his career. So I can't really blame him for something that he hadn't done in his career. He didn't crash the boards. You have Clint down there, solid job, but he still didn't do a good job. And so he got tortured by Valanciunas, if you look at the stats. And he just wasn't good. He wasn't good enough for us. I feel like that at the end of the day, the players really deserve 85% of the blame. I have to give some blame to Nate because obviously, you just like in losses like this, even when it's strictly on the players, you really can't just let the coach go because, the coach is the guy supposed to prepare the team, whatever. But, I'm not going to give too much heat to Nate, but I did think that there was times that he could have made some adjustments. But other than that, the players did not play well. And we got to realize that you got to make smart decisions coming down the stretch. You got to make good decisions. And I think that that's just what we have to learn with this team is we don't make good decisions coming down the stretch.
We didn't make good decisions soon as the game started, pimp. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and I'm gonna say it since everybody else scared to say it. I'll say it, bro. Night and day with DeLon Wright starting compared to Trae Young. When you compare this game and the other game, then when you just compare this game, bro, if you look, but check it, bro. Do you notice? You notice we made all our runs to get back in the game when Trae Young was on the bench. Did you notice that? We got stops when Trae Young got put on the bench, bro. And that's what I've been saying, man, in here the whole time, dog. Trae, if he has to get defense almost number one in his head as he does his offense. Because for some reason, this team, they look for somebody to give them energy and to thrive on. So if you look at yesterday, DeLon Wright come out there very aggressive on the defensive side. Next thing you know, we up 20 on the number 2 team in the West. When you put Trae in, Trae starts tonight. He doesn't come out aggressive on the defensive side, but then he the one, bro, he almost single-handedly put us in the whole 20 points, bro. in the first quarter. Bro, you can't have 5 turnovers in the one quarter, much less the first quarter. Well, F that. You can't have 5 turnovers by yourself in any quarter, bro, because it will change the whole momentum of the game, man. Because now you're not even getting any shot attempts. So I don't hear nobody in here saying blaming Trae Young. Well, I know DJ will, but I don't see nobody blaming Trae Young. 5 turnovers to start the game against a team 15 games under 500, bro. And every time Nate took him out the game, we came back. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. At one point, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. One point when we was making that push to get back in the game, and in the third, he let Trae start the third. Trae came out, I want to say around the 7-minute mark, somewhere around there. Then we make a push. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, hey, bro, don't put him back in the game, man. Because I just wanted to see how it was gonna play out. Did you notice anything like that there, DJ?
Man, look here. I noticed it when the second unit made that second push. I made the first push in like the second quarter, I believe. The second quarter. They put the starters back in the game, man. And then man, dude, look. I mean, with Trae Young, you gotta take the good with the bad, man. But I mean, it's just sometimes the ball just sticks in his hands and he dribbles and then he try to make these cross court passes and it just don't work. And the problem is the coach just let him. I mean, this coaching, you got to talk to your man.
Bro.
I don't know.
You know what, man? I don't even think Nate. I'm gonna just keep it a buck, bro. When you got a star player like Trae Young that generates so much revenue for the Atlanta Hawks, that puts us, he basically putting us on the map. He basically the one making Tony Russell all this money. Cause let's be honest, we ain't paying our money to go see John Collins. We not paying our money to go see Kevin Huerter. We going to see Trae Young and see what he gonna do. Is he gonna lead the team to win? So really, I don't even blame Nate because to be honest, I think his hands tied, bro. I think he can't. Let's keep it real. We know he can't really. If Trae Young healthy, and say Trae Young play, say tonight Nate doesn't put Trae Young back in the game, right? And Trae only get say 20 minutes. Man, besides Trae, I bet you Travis Slink on that phone saying, "Hey, why is my guy not playing?"
Yeah,
You agree or disagree?
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, but on the other hand, you got 21 and 10. It gives you 21 and 10. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I don't know.
And
hey, what you say? What you say though? You say fool's gold though.
Sometimes it's fool's gold, but sometimes he leads you to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I just hear, yeah, and I just feel like this. I feel like I agree with DJ when he says sometimes you have to take the good with bad with Trae, but I feel like tonight, and I think that Gerald is going to go with I think he's going to kind of go with the same thing. Listen, I feel like tonight, a night that Trae Young kind of doesn't have it, but he doesn't have it due to his turnovers because his stats, as far as the field, as far as from the field doesn't look that bad.
His shooting was terrible, bro. Terrible.
I had to look at it again.
I already did. Believe me, terrible.
Listen, I think that he's got to. If you're not gonna be our number one on offense, you've got to play defense. I think that is where, like, I give him an exception when he goes for like 40, but you don't get an exception when you don't have it, and when you don't have it, you got to play defense. That's what you got to do because you just can't leave the team lopsided on both sides of the floor. And listen, I mean, I think that Trae Young, I don't think that he was. I think that he gets a lot of the blame. I don't think he gets all the blame. I think that some other players are terrible. I mean, look at Hunter.
He get 90%. Just like he get 90% of all the gratitude when we win games. Bro, he single-handedly put us down almost 20 in the first. He did that.
Yeah,
you can control. Listen, and then I'll let you finish, analyst. My bad. You can control turnovers, right? You can control those. Smart basketball, smart passes. Okay. You can't control if you having a good night shooting the ball. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. We already know that. But guess what? If he don't start us off with 5 turnovers plus being a bad defender, maybe we not down 19. Maybe since we started off shooting the ball, Cole, maybe we down 5 or 4. You see what I'm saying? So him turning that ball over 5, bro, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And he want to be considered, and don't get me wrong. I'm speaking on Trae Young right now about this game. I'm not saying his whole career. I'm speaking this game right here. He was terrible tonight. And I'm waiting for people to say this motherfucker was terrible, bro. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. He single-handedly put us down. Talk to me, Jer. Hold on, let me let analyst finish, then I'll let you hop on, Jer.
Yeah, I'll be real quick. And to go back to what DJ said about this being on Nate, listen, I do agree to a certain extent that, and then I also get what you say, Am I about Nate's kind of handcuffed, but I feel like if you're a coach, like no matter like it's not no matter what front office or whatever they say, it's like, but it's gotta be. It's like I gotta do what I gotta do for this team to win the game. And I think that with Trae Young being 23 or however old he is, I think that he has to learn to understand that. Like I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it's gotta be Nate. You've got to make some adjustments that may hurt someone's feelings, and you can't be concerned about feelings and stuff like that. We're trying to win a game. You handle that stuff after the game, but you got to find a way to get a win. And I think that tonight, like I said, Trae Young's turnovers went on Nate. I feel like Nate, could have, calmed the guys down a little bit, but he probably did that with the timeouts. I just don't think that the guys.
Nate shouldn't have put Trae back in that fucking game, bro. Point blank, period. But on what you just said, I don't think Nate is scared, bro. I think his hands is tied. He didn't have a problem keeping Bogey on the bench. You see what I'm saying? Bogey was a starter for us. Bogey coming off the bench works for us. Bogey's still on the bench. I don't think Nate is scared. I think Nate understands the dynamics that he cannot hit the star player of the team while we making a run. Common sense says, sit him, bro. We're coming back. We're doing what we need to do. The ball is moving. We getting stops. But he knows if he set him, like I said, probably gonna hear from Trae 1, his daddy 2nd on the internet, and then Travis gonna call him. Why is my star player, if he healthy, not on the court? Let me bring Gerald on in. Talk to me, Gerald. What's your thoughts on the game, man?
Bro, we was 4-on-6 tonight. Trae Young played for the damn Pelicans. This ridiculous. This shit ridiculous. This man let El Dorado. I'm joking. His real name Alvarado, but I'm gonna call him El Dorado. This man let El Dorado score 9 points in the fourth quarter, and then on one, he just let the man drive to the basket, and he just falling down. I'm like,
hey, did you see the one when Trae drove to the basket? He missed the shot, and he stayed on the other end of the court.
Bro,
and his dude, the dude he was guarding, hit a 3.
Bro, you know how I am when it comes to Trae. You know what? I was debating on saying this or not. From now on, I'm going to either start calling him Trump or Biden. Trump was 45, 4-on-5. Biden 46. Tonight we was 4-on-6. His ass was Joe Biden tonight. 4-on-6, bro.
What's up with hey DJ? What's up with What's up with Kevin Huerter, bro? He was terrible tonight.
I mean, hey man, look, Kevin Huerter. I mean, you can say what you want, but Kevin Herter is the definition of hot and cold, man. 0 for 5. 0 for 4 on threes. 0 points. Come on. Minus 15, plus minus. Come on. I mean, this is coming from our starter. I mean, what else? What else? I don't know. I mean, it's on the coach. I mean, hey, what can you say? One game he do for you. Another game he do something like this. So, I mean, hot and cold.
How's that on the coach?
Word it. He's supposed to be semi-injured. Did y'all hear that? I heard that's what Steve Holman was saying.
Then he need to be out. And he need to sit down.
Man, we don't want to hear no excuses, man.
Hey, I'm just telling you what.
We don't want to hear no excuses, man.
Everybody hurt. Everybody hurt. If you injured, you don't need to play.
Yeah. Hey.
Everybody playing hurt right now.
Yeah, I mean that, especially this late in the season, everybody playing with pain and stuff like that. But if Herter is pretty much playing through an injury, he should not be playing. I don't want. We saw what John Collins did when he was playing through that. When he was playing through that injury, 0 for 9 in the Bucks game. We do not need hurt players. We do not need injured players rather playing because you're not going to help the team. He didn't help the team tonight. Same way everyone else who were trying to play through an injury could not help the team. So we don't need to be playing those guys. And listen, Herter was terrible tonight. I mean, just so disappointed to see. I looked at the stats, and it almost gave me it was terrible.
0 points. Listen, you know what we need to do, man? Let me tell you what we need to do to fix this. We need to get another, and we might have one down in College Park, man. We need another legit, a real ball handler, because we do the same thing. They D us up the same way all the time. Trey, this what happened. Trey bring the ball down. You already know what's going. He gonna dribble the ball, bro, until the double come. If the double don't come, all he does is dribble. They do that fake. They either gonna try to do a high screen and roll. Usually he don't even they roll. He don't even look for him. Or he'll stay behind the 3-point line. Then they come and double him again, and then he wait until the last second to get rid of the ball. We need another ball handler so Trey don't bring the ball down. You take that double out of their hands. Now they gotta stay with their man, right? Because there ain't nobody else on our team. Nobody else on our team demands a double team anyway.
I got a better idea.
What's that?
Run some goddamn plays.
I agree. I've been crying for that for Nate.
They told you. He said we run action, man.
Please,
bro.
And we 34 and we 35 and 36.
He said
bruh,
we run action.
You got, bro. Every time the Pelicans came down the floor, they gave a little hand signal. They always ran some kind of action. And I don't want to say the word action in the reference of how Nate uses it, because they ain't nothing but pick and roll. But at least, they ran a pick for to get CJ open. Then CJ used the pick and roll on the wing. That's a whole, even if you adding that one little wrinkle, that put DeLon Wright kind of like on his back hip the whole time. That's why them floaters was open every single play. Now, DeLon, I feel like, effort-wise, I felt like he was fine. And based on how he played against Memphis, I feel like he deserved to be in that closing lineup. However, I might have missed something, but why wasn't DeAndre Hunter on CJ?
Well,
I mean, I seen them on him a couple times, and they were just running.
No, I'm talking about in the fourth quarter. It was DeLon Wright on him instead of Hunter. Hunter wasn't even in the game.
He didn't even play.
Yeah, I mean,
is he hurt?
He didn't play.
I just feel like Nate was trying to roll it out with that.
Listen, man, we didn't have, bro. They was killing us, bro. It didn't matter. Let me tell you something. They was killing us on the boards. Okay, they was killing us everywhere. But my whole mindset is this: we shouldn't have been down 19 points to these dudes anyway.
That's what let me ask you this. Let me ask all y'all this: if Matt Ryan throws 5 interceptions in the first quarter, who fault is that? Who's the game already on?
Matt Ryan. It's on Matt Ryan for the game even start.
Yeah, well, that's true. But if he throw 5 interceptions,
That's on the
he
coach.
validated everybody before the game that was talking about him before the game started.
Right.
That's the equivalent. Trey pretty much like screwed us out. He pretty much threw the game for us in the first quarter.
Don't say it. He tricked it off, baby.
No, I
He
like
tricked
saying
it.
saying he
Listen.
threw the game or he got paid off. That's what
Hey,
I like saying.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We look like such a I'm gonna keep it a buck. We look like a real basketball team these past 2 games when DeLon Wright's in the game, bro. I'm sorry to say it.
Because we're not 4-on-5.
The ball moves, everybody touching the ball. Only thing I hate, I disagree. I mean, not disagree, but the only thing we really lack from the bench is for some reason they don't know how to throw the ball when we get mismatches down low. Like they had Hunter, they had what's the boy name again? Gomez? Alvarado. They had Alvarado on Hunter. Hunter posted him up, and these dudes couldn't even throw him. I'm like, throw him the ball, bro. They couldn't even get him the ball, man. Luckily, we still end up scoring, but it shows you just small areas where you can, if you want to consider that small, it shows you where we lack. That's basic basketball. Throwing the ball to a big, I call Hunter a big because he had old boy on him. Throwing the ball to him with the mismatch. We couldn't even do that tonight.
I feel like I don't even know what to say.
All people say is we need a number 2 scorer, man.
I ain't worried about the offense. I need Trey to play some damn defense, man. Like I always say, it don't got to be shut down. It don't got to be shut down. It just need to be. It just got to be some kind of effort instead of arguing with the refs and all this craziness. Like you already got. The truth be told, Gallo was hot. There was we couldn't take him out of the game because he was the only consistent person for most of the game. He was the only one.
Yeah.
And so with Gallo in the game, you know the position he plays. So we're gonna kind of give a rebound. And I know nobody in the Hawks Nation really likes him, but I'm not gonna lie. This was a game where I probably would have tried Gorgie Jane because we was getting murdered on the board. We just needed a body on Jackson Hayes and Valanciunas.
The problem is Dane don't play in the paint. And if he go down, look, every time Dane come in the game, that fool at the 3-point line, bro. And he light in the ass. Let's keep, bro. Dane about 100 pounds, bro.
No,
he like 6'10", 100 pounds.
But he a little bit. He's a slightly bigger presence than Gallo is when it comes to the defensive boards.
Or how about this, Gerald? How about I said that we should have went with at one point when Nate put Trey back in the game. I said we need to go with Trey, DeLon, Gallo, Onyeka, and Clint.
We had that lineup out at once, but Okongwu kept getting in foul trouble.
Yeah, he had 3 fouls in the first half.
He kept getting that. This was the first time. This was the first time I actually saw a team, I don't want to say expose Okongwu, but they took advantage of his lack of height at that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. And that's why it's like, man, it's like I want Onyeka to get minutes. I want him to develop. But it's like every time I see him get in, I was like, Nate, go put Clint in the game because we're getting killed on the boards.
It's a delicate game you playing here, man. You put Clint in for boards, but you lose a scoring presence. Mm-hmm. So now you playing 4-on-5 on.
You mean 3-on-5?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about on the offense end, not defense.
Oh, I got you.
So you playing 4-on-5 on. Bro, did you see that hook shot Clint shot, bro? He should listen. Clint was in the paint and didn't shoot that, bro. He looked around and passed. I'm like, bro, you can't make that. You can't shoot. But when he shot that hook, I was like, bro, don't ever. First chance we get, we need to upgrade him. I was like, don't ever shoot the ball again, bro. Don't ever do it again.
Man, look here, man. I'm gonna just put this out here, man. I mean, you say we need a big, but I mean, isn't it Slink job to bring the bigs in?
Yep.
Look here, man. Rebounds. We got out rebounded 54-40. Offensive rebounds 18-7. You got Jackson Hayes 12 rebounds. Valanciunas 12 rebounds.
That's 2 7-footers, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Hernan Gomez 10 rebounds.
Another 7-footer.
We could have had Hernan Gomez. Nobody really wanted him, but I mean, it's all on Slink, man. He and the Hawks organization, they always like to draft undersized bigs. And we keep having this problem of us not getting rebounds. And who is to blame? You got to blame the general manager.
So DJ, so you should remember when we had Al Horford.
Yeah.
Everybody was complaining he is undersized.
Yeah.
We need it, and we still haven't addressed that yet.
We ain't had a true center since the Dikembe Mutombo.
And we could have had Jackson Hayes.
Well, we did have a 7-footer. We had Alex Lynn.
He went. I don't even count. He soft. He softer. I don't think Clint soft,
bro. But he
Alex
a
Lynn
big
was
body.
super soft.
He a big body who can board and he can shoot the ball.
Bro, I saw Alex. I never seen a 7-footer get pumped as much as I saw Alex Lynn get pumped, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a couple games. But what I'm saying is he's 7 feet. He a big dude, and he can shoot the ball all the way out to the 3-point line. So what I'm saying is this. See, when I say get a big, at this point, I've been preaching getting a backup big, because we can't do nothing with Clint right now. I just wanted a body, so when we run up on teams like this, when they throwing 2 7-footers out there, Clint not by himself trying to board. You can't expect Clint to outboard 2 7-footers, just like when we played Milwaukee. Just like when we play, my mind went blank, but when we played Milwaukee, murdered us on the boards. Why? Because they running big after big.
That's true.
So if we need another big, why do we draft Okongwu? I like Okongwu, but he ain't what we need. We need size and we need length. So I mean, I like Okongwu. He good, but is he serving? Is he meeting our needs?
Well,
absolutely not. We need another big.
Exactly.
He borderline elite on the defensive side of the ball.
But he not
he ain't helping us on rebounds.
When we going against tall teams, he don't help us. Y'all keep saying he played this elite defense. That's cool. But we getting dominated on the boards. Bro, prime example. This game right here, we needed 1 stop. Got it. Couldn't get the rebound. We get killed. We always minus double digits on the boards.
Yeah.
And until he addressed that, because we too small, bro.
I'll say this. Well, let me ask y'all this. In my opinion, I feel like Trey's turnovers were more impactful than that lack of rebound tonight.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree until the last rebound.
Until the last. But we wouldn't have been in that position if Trey wouldn't have single-handedly damn near put us down 19.
Yeah.
18-7 offensive rebounds. They had 18 offensive rebounds, and they turned those into points. That's the same thing as turnovers. Same thing.
DJ, I agree with you. I think Okongwu was really good, but I did go back and I looked at that draft class, and there was no. I think Okongwu was the only big man other than Wiseman, and Wiseman went 2.
And Wiseman been hurt, so he wouldn't have been doing nothing for us anyway.
Because I'm looking, Okongwu was you had Obi Toppin, who's like 6'7", who's not a big man presence. And then after that, it's a whole bunch of guards and 6'8" dudes. But I do agree, and I do see what you're saying now. So would you like go after a backup big or kind of like another big that can space the floor to play with Clint to kind of help him even when he's starting? Because I do like the idea if we can convince him, hey, you can come here and help us, like a Andre Drummond or JaVale McGee or just a guy like that, or Hassan Whiteside.
You can't have Drummond.
If I'm in charge of the team this offseason, the first move I'm making, I'm sending a max deal I'm sending a max deal to DeAndre Ayton, and I'm gonna dare Phoenix to match it. And then if Ayton accepts it, and the Phoenix want to do a sign and trade, I'm shipping Clint Capella out, get Ayton. Then I'm going to get me whatever cheap ass big, any big that want to play for the vet minimum. That's 7 feet. That's a big body that can move to be his backup. Then I'm gonna address the ball handling issue. So is we gonna play Sharif Cooper or no? Because if not, we need somebody who can handle the ball so Trey can be off ball. If you get Trey off the ball, they don't double him.
Right.
Which
And
guess what that does? Now Trey ain't throwing these stupid passes or trying to nutmeg and dribble to between 2 and
yeah,
3 dudes.
yeah, and I think that like I am like I know you were talking about it earlier. I think that one of the things that I actually, to be honest with you, I would address everything that you pretty much said that you would address. If DeAndre Ayton, if Phoenix is willing to do that exchange, I will for sure do that. But
But I'll tell you right now, though, analyst. I'll tell you right now, though. Let me tell you something. If and I think somebody used the word in the chat. If Trey Young don't mature his game and pick it up on the defensive end, it's really all for nothing.
Yeah, I think he'll mature. I think he will mature as he progresses. But again, going back to what you were saying as far as like a second ball handler, I think that once we do that, I am still a full on advocate for going out and getting us. I guess we all call it a number 2 next to Trey, because I think that when teams
Trey don't pass the ball, bro. It don't matter if you get a number 2.
Well, if you get a second ball handler, you can have someone else to bring the ball to the floor, and
bro, anybody can bring the ball up. Bogey can bring the ball down.
Right. I'm just saying a guy who can make a play, but Bogey can't make a play. All Bogey do is dribble around in circles and take a highly contested shot. All I'm saying is
that sounds like Trey Young.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that if we get a second guy, when Trey gets a trap and he tries to throw that ball, I think that it would actually put more pressure on teams to like, well, if I trap Trey, I got this guy over here I got to worry about. And I think that it puts a lot of pressure on teams when you have a team like that, where you have Trey Young, you have your second option, then you have a big man present who you can throw it down to and you can score. I think that that's where you get your lethalness from. But like right now, the offseason is not that far away. They just put the calendar up. Like April 8th is the last game of the season. And so we'll be talking about some pretty realistic stuff here soon.
And it's sad we sitting here talking about the off season. ain't talking about the playoffs. I mean, come on. you see what I'm saying, man, dude, look. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Do I trust Slink that he will make the right moves? Because I mean, we've been saying what we need for like 3-4 years, man. I mean, and what we do, nothing. This when we were going through All-Star break, mid-season, we need a trade. We need to trade for this, that, and the other. What we do, nothing. We good enough. Come on, man. Come on. What we do we trust Slink that he gonna pull the trigger and make some moves? Do we trust him?
I think that if a star becomes available, I'm not gonna, name any names like I always do, but I think if a star becomes available, I think that if we get the right offer to where like it's a pretty realistic, solid package that's not gonna hurt us and not gonna hinder us from making other moves to improve our team, I think that we will make the move. I think we have the pieces, we have the salary fillers to do it. We have the draft picks. I think come off season, come draft night, I think that some offers are going to come on the table that make sense for us. And I think that especially if Utah gets put out in the first round this year, I don't think Donovan Mitchell's going to be happy. I don't think, or either Mitchell's not going to be happy or they're going to move Gobert. I think that if we can come together and we can make a pretty solid offer, I think that we'll do it. But I think that we have to be, if we want to do that, and if we are, if we're wanting that as Hawks fans, we can't be mad if something dramatic happens, like we pull one of the Laker trades where like we trade like Herder, Hunter, and Collins Capella, and we go out there and we get like this big all-star big man or something like that. Like we've got to be ready for that. But listen, I think that to answer your question, I do trust Travis, because as of right now, all we've pretty much done is kind of built through the draft and got the best free agents available. But I think that right now with our assets, I think that a lot of teams are going to be willing to talk to us in regards to a star.
Let's go ahead and knock out these player ratings, fam. Let's go ahead and get started on that. And I'm with DJ's in-car question. No, I don't trust Travis Link. I ain't never trusted Travis Link from day one. He been lying since he got here. He lied on the radio every time he go up there. He lied in the very first press conference. So I ain't never trust Travis Link. But anyway, let's move on to the player ratings. Okay, let's start off with Lou Williams, 14 points. 14 minutes, 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 for 3, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. Talk to me, Gerald. What you got, Lou Will, for tonight?
How many minutes he played?
14.
How many points he had?
7.
You get a 5.
What you got on that, Incog?
Man, look, I mean, he didn't hurt us. I mean, hey, we're rating it off 10 or
1 out of 10. Only whole numbers,
man,
no halves.
8.
Okay, 8. Okay. What you got on that, analyst?
Yeah, I'll give him a 7 tonight. Took some shots that kind of hurt us, and they were able to get back out in transition. So he gets 7 tonight. Okay,
let me see what the chat say. Chat saying 8, 5. Linda with the 7. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 5. Boom. He won a factor tonight to me. I mean, really, by the time when he came in the game, we was already down. I mean, double digits. So I mean, I didn't really expect too much. You feel me? Hold up, let's go to the next one. I see my boy Mike trying to come in here. As soon as he pop up on the screen, we'll bring him on. Let's go to the next one. We got on Yeka and Carwood. Bro, this got to be. This was not a good game for Yeka. 17 minutes. That's probably the least amount of minutes he played in the past, month, huh? 17 minutes, 3 rebounds, 3 points. Damn, he got all 3 points from the free throw line. 3 fouls. Well, that wasn't bad because he picked all 3 up in the first half. So he played the second half safe. 1 steal, 1 block. What you got on Yeka tonight there, analyst?
Yeah, tonight, looking and listening to his stats, I mean, I thought that his presence out there was pretty good, but he's gonna get a 5 tonight. I mean, no offensive presence, 3 rebounds, 0 for 1 from the field. Those fouls, like one-on-one the foul, but like I feel like those fouls hurt us. They got into the bonus. Listen, I didn't like what I saw from Big O tonight. I usually rate Big O a little high, but he'll get a 5 from me tonight.
What you got on that, Gerald?
He get a 5. The same standard I hold Lou to on the offensive side of the ball. I hold Double O the same standard, but defense wise and rebounding wise. So yeah, he get a 5 from me.
Hello?
My bad. My mic was muted. What you got on that, DJ?
Man, look here. I give him a 3. And the main reason why he only got 3 rebounds. Look, this dude, Willie Hernandez Gomez, he played 14 minutes, had 10 rebounds, a double-double. He got outplayed. So Big O 3 for 3 rebounds. That's what he get.
All right, and I'm giving Big O a 5, pretty much a non-factor with the early foul trouble. Okay, next player, DeLon Wright, 27 minutes, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 for 3 from the field. He took no 3-point attempts, perfect 2 for 2 at the line. He had 1 turnover, plus minus 9. DJ, what you got on DeLon Wright tonight?
And look, when Trae Young was turning the ball over, he came in and he settled the team. So I mean, I give him an 8.
What you got on that, analyst?
Yeah, I feel like DeLon tonight. I feel like he played well. I give him an 8. I just feel like you know I, I'll disagree with you there, but he calmed the team down. I think that he definitely settled the offense to not moving so quick. But I feel like Gallo did a really solid job at just pretty much controlling the game. But DeLon, right? I feel like his defense was there. They called a little tic tac foul on him when they sent CJ to the line. But I think the defense was there for DeLon. The offense, it was there. He had a couple good plays where he got to the basket. So he'll get an 8 from me tonight, but we didn't win, so it really didn't matter.
What you got? What you got on the line right tonight, Gerald?
Mike, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I give him I was gonna give him a 6, but because of his effort, I give him a 7. It would be an 8 if we won, but I give him a 7.
All right, I'm giving DeLon Wright a 9. I think DeLon Wright came in and as soon as he came in, the defense intensity picked up. We got back in the game. At first, I was like, well, maybe that's a fluke. Then he did the exact same thing in the second half. So that tells me the influence that he has on this team on the defensive side of the ball, minimal. Okay. I don't expect DeLon Wright to go for 15 points every night. DeLon Wright doing exactly what I want him to do. Play good defense and not trick off the game. That's all I asked from DeLon Wright. And he did that. But, bro, you can't sit there and deny, man. Soon as he came in the game, we started getting stops, steals, all type of stuff, and got right back in the game. Almost end up coming back and winning the game. Personally, I think if he would have kept DeLon Wright in the game and kept Trae Young out, I personally think we would have came back and won this game. But whatever. All right, we'll move on to the next. Let me see what the chat's saying. Dwayne said when Trae, okay, he didn't even feed Gallo. Yeah. I feel you, Dwayne. I feel you. Next player, Bogey. Bogey, 33 minutes, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 for 18 from the field. That's a little under 50%, probably about 44%, I would guess. Oh my God. 2 for 9 from 3. Definitely wasn't feeling it tonight from 3. 3 for 3 from the line. He was a +6. Talk to me, Gerald. What you giving Bogey tonight?
I'm give him a 7. He wasn't really all that hot in the first half. Second half he did pick it up, but it was a little too late. So give him a 7.
Bet. What you got on that, DJ?
Yeah, I'm going 7 too, man. He had a good game, man, but he missed some big threes down the stretch that could have helped us out. So, man, 7.
All
right. What you got on that, analyst?
Yeah, I'll give him a 7 tonight. I was debating between 8 or 7. I was going to give him an 8 because of his mismatch. But listen, I do agree. That 3 at the end was just like, if we would have made that, it would have put us in a really good position. I feel like Bogey, I feel like that we really need him to get going a little bit earlier. But I feel like right now, the way Bogey is playing, I think that great game last game, but then this game it's like bad first half, good second half. I mean, I like the effort, but then again, missed big shots, and then again we didn't win. So I really don't care about Bogey. I don't really care about his stats, but we didn't win. So I think that's the main thing, and he was a part of us not winning there.
I'm giving Bogey a 7. Big fall off from last night. We need them 3-pointers. That's what we paying them for. 2 for 9 from the 3-point line, not gonna cut it. It is what it is. All right. I already know what this dude gonna get. 0. Kevin Huerter, 18 minutes, 0 points, 5 rebounds, 0 assists. 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 on the plus minus. I'm giving him a 0, just so y'all know. 0 for Kevin Herter. What you got on that, DJ?
Man, I mean, what else can you give him? I mean, how many? What? What you gonna give him one for? Come on, man. Look, there's no reason why you go 0 for 5, 0 for 4 from 3. I mean, you taking all threes, just about. I mean, you gotta get to the basket. This is what we've been saying about Kevin Herter. You gotta, broaden this game. You gotta take it to the basket. Man, dude, a straight 0. Then 2 turnovers. More turnovers than points. No, come on. 0. -15. 0.
Hey, what you got? What you got on that, Gerald?
I was gonna give him a 1 for class participation,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know how else to put it. He stole his game check tonight.
He did, bro. He got paid that for doing Hey, he got paid just to run some cardio, just run some laps.
He should pay his check to the show.
He need to donate it or something.
Yeah.
He need to donate it, or he need to put a portion of his salary on everybody's season tickets that went to the game. But that was awful. Man, all right,
Hopefully
fuck that
he
1.
can
Nah,
bounce
he
back.
gets 0.
Hopefully he can bounce back like Hunter did when he had that game against the Bulls. Annas, what you giving your boy tonight?
A 0. He was terrible tonight. I was like, no, Herter. I was
Not
like,
again.
I can't. I was like, I want to defend him so bad, but I can't. He has been terrible tonight. I mean, not even tonight. He's been terrible for a while, and it's just one of those things where it's just like we can't afford him to have a slump now. It's like not now. It's like I mean, you're taking threes. I liked your attempts because you're a shooter, but then again, if you miss the first 2, you might want to take a break. You don't need to keep shooting. And what did he do? He kept shooting. And I mean, good looks, but what makes me a little bit more upset is that 2 of them were wide open and you missed them. And I didn't like that. And I didn't even feel like because we talked about how sometimes Herter and Hunter, instead of going all the way to the basket, they'll stop at the free throw line and they'll take a jump. He didn't even do that tonight. All you did was jack up threes, and then you probably took some other dumb shit. Listen, Herter gets a 0 for me tonight. I can't defend him tonight.
He a dude who didn't want to be there, bro.
You cut out a little bit. Oh, we can.
Oh, my bad. Keep muting my mic. DeAndre Hunter, 25 minutes, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 for 10 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, 1 block, 2 steals. He was a -19 tonight. What you got on DeAndre Hunter tonight there, DJ?
Man, it's hard on DeAndre Hunter because I mean I don't know. I give him a 7 also because there are times where he needed to step his game up to try to help out the team, but he didn't. But it was a quiet 11. I really don't remember him. I remember him getting a couple threes in the first quarter, but other than that, I don't know. So I give him 7.
What you got on that, Gerald?
I only remember one play from Hunter, and that was the layup off the inbound. That's the only thing I remember. I give him I give him a 6. I don't think he was very effective, and he didn't play much of the fourth quarter, which I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm gonna count when we get to Nate. I'll talk about that, but he when they went on that second push, I think there was some open shots that Hunter could have taken advantage of, and he just didn't. So I'll give him a 6.
What you got on that, analyst?
Listen, he's getting the lowest score from me tonight from out of you all. He's getting a 4 tonight. Listen, the fact that DeAndre Hunter is supposed to be defense based, and you look at the plus minus and he's negative 19. Listen, I am all for giving Nate McMillan his heat, but Nate McMillan, if he takes one look at the stat sheet and he sees, man, DeAndre Hunter, negative 19 on the plus minus, really not giving us any bit baskets. No, stay on the bench.
Now
Stay
remember
on the bench.
Can I say something?
when you talk plus minus, right? That negative 19, you know he played with Trey Young.
Trae Young on the floor.
That negative 19 came from playing
That
with
count against
Trey
him too.
and the starter. So when Trey play like crap, so I'm gonna tell you something. That negative 19, a majority of that came in that first quarter, bro. I could tell you that right now. So remember, when you use plus minus, remember who those dudes spending the majority of their minutes with on the court.
Yeah.
Plus minus don't give you context.
I mean,
right? It don't. It
but
don't. It just tell you how you was with players on the court.
I also saw you. I mean, not you. I also saw him get scored on. But listen, I just don't feel like he was good today. I don't feel like I don't feel like he was good this game. Like Gerald said, he had some shots that he should have taken, and he didn't.
True.
And I think that he got to build up his confidence a little bit. I mean, I'll give him that youth benefit of the doubt that eventually he'll build that confidence, but he's got to build it. He's not taking shots that he should. He didn't get to the basket as much as he should have tonight. And again, maybe the plus minus is not so reliable, but I did see him get scored on a couple times tonight.
I'll give him a 5 tonight. I ain't really on that defensive hype crap that they say he played this elite defense, because at the end of the day, everybody gets scored on. So, I mean, it ain't like he's shutting somebody down. Now, he does make it a little harder because he got the length and he can move his feet, but he ain't really shutting nobody down. So I'm not really riding that elite hype defense crap, right? And plus, it don't even matter because our team defense is terrible anyway. But I'm giving him a 5 because, I need more effort. Man, listen, Hunter's one of those players, bro. He could play and you don't even know it. You'd be like, hey, he had 25. You'd be like, what? Like, he could play, you don't even know. So I need him to make some let me change what I said. I need him to be more impactful. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need from DeAndre Hunter, because one game he'll give it to you. Next 5 games, he give you this bullshit 11 points. He only take 10 shots. Now, I don't know why he didn't play in the fourth quarter. Hopefully, somebody asked Nate that in the post-game press conference. I'll check it after we get off of here. But I need more from him on the offensive end, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm giving him. All right, guys. The next one we got. All right, it's going to knock him out, man. Oh, Trey Young, man. Our superstar player, man. Trey Young tonight, family. He played 34 minutes. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, 5 for 14 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, perfect from the free throw line, 7 turnovers, negative 19 on the court. I'm giving tonight, bro, listen, man, I'm giving Trey Young a 2. He single-handedly lost this fucking game, bro, straight up and down. He single-handedly had us behind double digits to a team 15 games under 500 with 5 turnovers in 1 quarter. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? What you giving Trey Young tonight, DJ?
And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: Trey Young, he gives us 21 and 10. Okay, now when it comes to Trey Young, you got to look at the big picture. Okay, yeah, you do have the turnovers in the first half. I believe it was like 5 or 6, but he had a total of 7. So that means in the second half, he kind of settled down just a little bit. But look, the 10 assists and 8 of 8 from the free throw line. his shot wasn't really falling, but he made it a good effort to try to get to the free throw line. So, I mean, look, you gotta take the good, the bad with Trae Young. There's times when he did have high number of turnovers, 6 or 7, and we still win the game. So I think he's doing what he needs to do. It's just he had a bad half. So I'm giving him a 8. And I'm gonna give him an 8 because 21 and 10 without those 21 and 10. I mean, this game would be a straight blowout. So I'm giving him an 8. Sticking with it.
What you mean a straight blow, bro? We was already getting blown out. What are you talking about? We was already down, bro. We was already down 20 in the first quarter.
We lost the game by how many? That's what I'm saying. And
because
maybe it was Trae Young.
No,
get to the line.
8 points. Okay, that's 8. I give you 8.
You got to look at both halves though.
DJ, I'm gonna use one of your lines. DJ, I'm gonna use one of your lines, right?
You gotta look at both halves.
Hold up. He made 5 buckets.
Mm-hmm. And how many times he got to the line?
He had 7 turnovers.
How many points? No.
That's a DJ Incog line right there.
Yeah.
He made 5 buckets. 7 turnovers.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
And what else?
Okay, I'll give you something else.
Come on.
I'll give you something else. Every time he came back into the game, they extended the lead. Tell me I'm lying.
I mean, hey, look, without those 10 assists,
wait.
Without the 21 points.
Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah. Without the 21 points, without the 10 assists.
Look at Gerald.
Where would we be?
Without the 5 turnovers in the first quarter, where would we be at?
You gotta look at the second half. You gotta look at
7 turnovers, and he only made 5 buckets, bro.
And he got to the line
8 times, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't get to the line enough.
Let me.
Go ahead, analyst.
Listen, like, I'll usually give Trae his benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna go and give Trae Young a 4 tonight. Listen, I think what DJ is saying would make sense if Trae Young wouldn't have had. Listen, I think that even if, like DJ said, we've had games where Trae had that many turnovers and we win the game. But I think the issue was, I know the issue was he turned the ball over consecutively, play after play. He goes down, throws it away, goes down, throws it away, off an inbound play, throws it away. So I think that is what put us in the hole, and he buried us tonight. And he buried us. And listen, DJ, I'll say this. I cannot give credit to a guy trying to dig us out of a hole that he put us in. I mean, I think that it shows, it shows a little bit about, he didn't completely check out the game, but he doesn't deserve credit for trying to get us out of something that he put us in. I think that tonight, you look at his field goal percentage, like, I didn't feel like he took a ton of bad shots. His turnovers was just so detrimental, and they scored off of those. It's not like he turned the ball over and then they didn't score. They scored off of those. That's why we're down by 20 in the first quarter. And I looked out, I was like, man, I said, we might end up losing. I said, this game might be over early. And I was just like, Trae. And then Nate wouldn't take Trae. I was like, Nate, take him out the game. It's like, we gotta go with something. It's like, come on, Dad. It's like, come on. It's like it's clear Trae doesn't have it tonight. And that's okay, because it's not okay because we lost, but it's okay that Trae don't have it some nights. But you got to get rid of the ball safely. You're just throwing it. You're just throwing it every which way, blind, like I said, trying to nutmeg all over the place. Like, come on, dude. Just you got to be smarter with the ball. And he killed us tonight. So he'll get a 4 from me tonight.
A 21-10 game, and
it was kind of pointless. It was kind of pointless. We lost. We didn't win.
And what if we would have won?
What if we
would have won?
Then we would have looked at it. But listen, I don't care if we would have lost by 1 or we would have lost by 40. A loss is a loss. I would have still give Trae Young the same heat if we would have lost by 1 or we would have lost by 40. He cost us the game. We were not good when he was in the game. We have to recognize that. And listen, I mean, I'm sure we'll like Trae Young next game, but today he was not good. And listen, I got to give him his heat, and I won't win. And we got to get wins. And tonight he cost us. Us gonna
Every
win.
time he came in the game, the Pelicans took a larger lead. We would cut it down. He come in the game, they get a bigger lead. Can you hear me, Gerald?
Yeah, I can hear you. I ain't want to, cut you off.
Oh, go ahead. What you got on tonight?
What DJ had? Okay, there you go. Oh, DJ, let me ask you a question. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Who do you think fulfilled their role on their team better tonight? Alvarado or Trae Young?
I mean, it depends.
No.
DJ.
No.
Hold on,
bro.
man. Hold on. And I'm gonna tell you like this. You look at the assist numbers, Alvarado compared to Trae Young. Okay, who won that battle? And you
I
look
said
at the points.
I said
You look
based
at
on
the
their
numbers,
role on the
man.
team,
Who
fulfilled their role for their team better tonight? Trae Young or Alvarado?
I mean, hey, I guess Alvarado because he won. They won. But look here.
Okay.
Winning is
Hold on,
team effort. Winning is a team effort.
DJ.
Bruh,
When you came up here, DJ, when you
DJ.
came up here, you said Alvarado was the hardest working dude on the court. You said that he outplayed everybody on our team. Now you saying, I don't know.
No. Okay, okay. Here's the deal. Okay, Alvarado out-hustled Trae Young. Yeah. But, looking at the stats, 10 assists.
No. Did he fulfill his role for his team better than Trae tonight?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, with that being said, I know we got the 21 and 10, and I'm about to get to the rating. I know we got the 21 and 10. I don't really. Trae gonna be hot and cold. Sometimes the shot's gonna fall, sometimes it ain't. I'm not really worried about how bad or good he shoots. I would wish he would shoot closer to 50% from the field, but if he doesn't, okay, because he can impact the game more ways than just scoring. His assists, he had 10 assists, but he negated 7 of those assists with 7 turnovers. So those 10 assists don't really give you that. Those 10 assists don't really give you context until you keep swiping right on the stat sheet and you see that capital T-O over there. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So theoretically, he profited on only 3 assists, if that makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So a point guard giving me net, I'm going to just call it net 3 assists. A point guard giving me net 3 assists, he did, along with not shooting the ball well, along with being now, when you're the main one turning the ball over, analysts, point plus minus is reliable then. If you the main ball handler, that does make sense. But with all that being said, he didn't affect the game positively in any way tonight. So he got to get a 1 from me. All right, now I'm being, that's too harsh. I give him a 3. I give him a 3.
Harsh.
DJ, I just want to say just one quick thing. I'm sorry, DJ. I have a problem. When you listen, I have a problem when you take up for Trae, but then you turn all the other fingers and you say, "Well, Nate and Travis, they didn't do this, they didn't do that." But then, like, I get what you're like, double, but we lost, and we can't look at the woulda, coulda, shoulda, because it's not the case. And listen, I mean, right now, I mean, we got to call it for what it is. And I've been, accused of Trae Young favoritism, but look, we got to call it what it is. Trae Young stunk tonight, and he was bad because his turnovers cost us major ground in this game. It put us behind when we really shouldn't have. When we shouldn't have been behind, it cost us. And I just feel like that if you're gonna give smoke to everyone else, like the coaching staff and the front office, it's like you got to give some blame to Trae Young as well, because I mean Travis went out there turning the ball over. Nate went out there turning the ball over. So it's like we can't, it wasn't like Trae Young was like having like this excellent offensive game. He was the one keeping us in the game, but no one else was showing up. So he might have overthought at some possessions. No, he wasn't that efficient from shooting the ball tonight, and then he buried us in a hole. Hence why he sat out for so long, and we got back in the game. So
hold on, I'm gonna let DJ respond, and then Mike, give us your thoughts on Trae Young tonight.
Man,
hold on,
look,
let DJ respond to analyst real quick.
Look, man, we seen Trae Young have worse games, and okay, so I mean, look, just like I said, you got to take the good and bad with Trae Young, and we sitting here talking about he had a bad game and he had 21 and 10, a double. So, hey, that it is what it is.
All right, Mike, give me your thoughts on Trae Young's performance tonight. 1 through 10. What's your rating, Mr. Mike?
Oh man, I gave him a 0 initially, but I'm gonna give him a -7 and drop that even lower. Give him a negative for every turnover he gave it. But nah, man, I mean, you know me, man. I already was no problem criticizing on Trae Young though, but I'm gonna ramp it up even more, man, because I'm an Atlanta fan and I want to win championships. I feel like we kind of set the bar kind of low, man. I know everybody get excited and everything because we got an exciting player and stuff like that, though. But keep it 100, man. He don't play correct basketball. He just doesn't. We need him to play correct basketball. You know that one play towards the end when he fell on the little screen and he want to look around and stuff like that when Alvarado got the layup? Like, I'm watching the game with my cousin, right? We play ball all the time, though. I'm just laughing at it. I was like, man, get up, Trey. But he was like, he ain't had the angle. I was like, but how you go under a screen and still get beat? It doesn't make sense, right? Like, that's how sorry you are on defense.
That's terrible.
You go under a screen and you still get beat. Now, I don't want to hear nobody else talking about the team defense or somebody else saying do this or that and everything. That's the beginning of the defense period. Like, we're always scrambling, basically. We always screw. Even if he trying to help, I mean, Damon, you pointed out his help defense is just horrible. I don't even know what he be trapping down or what's the point of it. He trying to double down on Jonas. What the hell are you gonna do anyway? Jonas kick it out, boom, not wide open 3. I'd rather you just stay out there on your man, Trey. What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, I can go on, man. It's little stuff that DeLon just does that you have to watch. Just like I said, just correct basketball. It was one play when DeLon, he got off the hip of CJ or whatnot, because he already got beat there, though. But anyway, he got off his hip. He contested him. Clint came over, and he got off of CJ and still, I mean, he ain't going to do nothing, but he contested Jonas, and Jonas shot the ball short. It's like, how he get off his man playing good defense and go over there because he knew the ball. It's just, like I said, it's just a lot of small things, man. A lot of times we see Trey just die on screens, let alone, like I said, trying to go under, and he trips and falls. Like, what in the world? But it's just, we need him to play correct basketball. Trey has to mature. He has to learn that the basketball game is way more than him just having the ball in his hand and shooting the 3 and throwing the lob. You know what I'm saying? Like, how in the world does Bogey get 11 points in the 4th? Does what he does all game. And then down the stretch when it comes to winning buckets, Trey did not pass the ball until basically we were once down again. But
Exactly. Did Mike freeze up, or was that me? Can y'all see Mike?
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Did he freeze up?
Yeah, he froze up.
Okay, go ahead. But Mike was making some valid points, man.
He was. I agree. And I'm piggybacking off of him. I think the game that Trae Young has right now, offensively, as far as scoring the ball, is not. I think it's close to his peak.
I mean,
I think the
I could
way he is right now I don't think he's going to get much better than this as far as efficiency goes.
Well, I mean,
So,
he already elite at scoring the ball. I mean, him scoring the ball is not a problem. That
I
him
don't.
scoring the ball is not a problem. Him getting
I think
people
I
going.
don't want to call him. I think he's at an all-star level as far as scoring the ball. I don't think he's consistent enough for me to call him necessarily elite.
Well,
For me to say elite, he got to be like top 3.
Well, I could tell you this.
That-
In my opinion, man, I think Trae Young, I think he's selfish. I think he really lives in that I'm a superstar type limelight. And what I want him to understand is, yes, you can be a superstar, but you can pass the ball. I don't understand. You got dudes who cooking. Get them the ball, bro. You don't have to take every game-winning shot. And I see DJ over there shaking his head. Nah, hold on. Let me see. What you disagreeing with, DJ?
Man, look here. Trae Young would have had almost 15 assists if people were hitting shots. He had 10 assists, and you're talking about passing the ball. 10 assists. He would have had 15.
Man, let me tell you something about
At
them
least.
assists, man. Let me tell you something about them assists.
He might have had 15 and he might have had 20 if he had them turnovers.
And I think it was either Dwayne P or it was Virtual GM. His assists, like he said, like one of them said, I can't remember who said it. His assists, them lobs, it don't get nobody going. His lobs is he not getting none of our shooters started. He all with the lobs is cool, but he getting the wrong person hot. We don't need Clint Capella hot. We need Bogey, Hunter, Herter. We need to get them going. And he doesn't get them going like you would think he would. And I think if he gets them going, it gets the pressure off of him because now other players on the team demand attention from the defense. Talk to me, DJ.
Man, dude, you just say he should pass the ball to other people. I mean, he was passing the ball, man. You say he needs to pass the ball to the right people.
He need to get them going. Passing the ball. It's one thing to pass. I'm talking about get them going. Hey, I need to get my shooters. They need to get some shots up. Shooters need to shoot.
Herter, it was at least 2 open shots Herter should have made. That could turn into assists. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, look. This is what that's I want to say about it because, we've been going on at it for a while. I mean, he had a bad game, but he didn't have that bad of a game. To where we can say he just cost us the game. And I'll get into why I'm saying it later. But,
okay, because I
get what you're saying
these
on
words.
that.
I remember these words now. I'm gonna remember these words. Talk to me, Gerald.
I get what DJ's saying, but I think with the way a lot of us look at it on the other side is that he was so bad in the first quarter that there was almost nothing he could do to get a passing grade the rest of the game.
And you know what? He didn't even come back in and lead any of the comebacks. None. It ain't like he came in the game and we cut the lead. Every time he came back in the game, the Pelicans extended the lead until DeLon Wright came in the game. Now, let me say this before anybody get crazy. I'm not sitting here saying DeLon Wright is better than Trae. Hell no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I need Trae Young to pick up on some of the things that DeLon Wright's doing when he's sitting on the bench and he see this team making a comeback who was just down 19 with him in the game. So when Mike explained that possession with DeLon Wright riding riding his hip, we need Trae to see that and be like, okay, I need to be playing some defense similar to that if possible. You see what I'm saying? But bro, go back and look at the game before. And I'm gonna speak on something else after we finish these player ratings. I'm gonna speak on something else that I noticed looking at the numbers. But we just need Trey. He has to improve. He sets the tone for the team, bro, all day. But I mean, to me, the 21-10, it don't mean nothing because none of them points was in the comeback. We had already came back when he come in the game. Okay, then you got 10 downs, but you got 7 turns. So I
got a
mean,
question.
that 21-10 is fake news. That 21-10 didn't help us. You feel me? It may look good on the scoreboard, but let's be honest, bro. Every time he was in the game, we was down at least double. We was down double digits when he come out the game. Point blank. Period. That's facts. Go back and look at the game, bro. I was watching. I was like, this is crazy. What's your question, Gerald?
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all tell me how y'all feel.
Let me finish, Gerald. Let me finish the player ratings, then we'll go to the questions.
Yeah. Then I go into it. My bad.
Okay, we got only person we got left. Hold up, we got 2 players left, guys, and we got the coaching staff. All right, Gallinari. 41 minutes. I don't think Gallo keep playing all these damn minutes, y'all. 41 minutes, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 for 21 from the field, so he over 50%. 3 for 9 from 3, 2 for 2 from the field. From the free throw line. He was a +4. What you got on Gallinari tonight, Gerald?
Gallo get a 9 from me. Only reason he don't get a 10 is because we lost.
Okay. What you got on that, analyst?
Yeah, same thing. I think the Gallo's gonna get a 9 tonight. I don't feel like we found him enough tonight. Even though he played 41 minutes, I feel like there was and I was gonna address this a little earlier. I felt like Gerald said that we couldn't afford to take Gallo out, but it was like for a moment there, he wouldn't even get touches. And I felt like that to me hurt us because I feel like Gallo, if you get Gallo at the mid range or a pretty good look from 3, he'll make it. So he'll get a 9 from me tonight. He would have gotten a 10 if we would have completed the comeback and won the game. But he'll get a 9 from me tonight.
What you got on Gallo tonight, DJ?
Yeah, give him a 9. Look, he had a good game when it comes to points, but what we needed him was the rebounding. Only 5 rebounds. So, but when it comes to Gallo, we wouldn't have been in the game if it wasn't for him. So a 9. But he just gives a 9 because, the rebounding.
And I'm with y'all, man, with the chat. I'm giving Gallo a 9. Okay, moving on. Last player we got up here for the night, Clint Capella, 31 minutes, 14 points, 10 rebounds. He was 7 for 10 from the field. Missed his 2 free throws. He was a -12 on the plus minus. We know why that was. 14 and 10 with the double-double. DJ, what you got on Clint Capella tonight, my guy?
6. We needed some rebounds, man. And I get into it later on, but the rebounds, man.
All righty. Gerald, what you got on Clint Capella tonight?
Clint, man. I give Clint a 4.
Ooh,
I give him a 4 because he led. Those 14 points wasn't really impactful, but if you're like the defensive anchor, I'm just talking about guarding your man, not like the other people. Jonas damn near had 30.
That's because Jonas can shoot too.
Yeah, that's true.
But you got to defend him out there.
Right, not going out there, man.
I get that. However, how many threes he made?
Oh, Jonas?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll get to you right now. He made Valanciunas had he only 1 for 2 from 3. That was it.
So that erases the theory of he ain't going out there.
Well, no, what I'm saying is Valanciunas was shooting from outside the paint. Clint wasn't going out there.
I can understand that. If that's Embiid and Embiid got those numbers, I can deal with that because Embiid, that's 26 or 27 points is more of his average. Jonas don't average no damn 26, 27 points a game. So my center can't allow that out of him.
Let me tell you though, when they run Jonas and Hayes, right, at the same time, which they was doing, and hell, at one time they had the other 7-footer in there too. At one point, Clint is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Either go out there, and they knew it. That's why Valanciunas wasn't really banging the paint. He was shooting that little jumper right outside the paint. They was trying to lure Clint out of the lane. So if he missed, they can get more offensive rebounds. So Clint got to make a choice. Go out there and contest. Now, as soon as he contests, he ain't get you no rebound. We know he can't get back.
I get what you're saying. It is a catch-22, but you got to guard your man.
I mean, you can say that too. You can say that too. But, but, bro, like I be trying to explain, man, I think people be giving Clint a hard time when he be going against 2 7-footers, dog. The same as that thing he went against Cleveland, and people was on his ass. I'm like, bro, he banging with 2 big boys.
Right. I'm not necessarily talking about his defense against Jackson Hayes. I know there's multiple other people on the court. I get that. I'm just saying he allowed his man to damn near get 30.
Hey,
if the guy don't, he probably don't even average 20 points a game.
But you know what though?
He average a game?
You know what though, Gerald? It seemed like it's always somebody getting 30 against us. Tonight was just Clint Knight. I mean, I can go all the way back to the Laker game when Malik Monk went for 30. Right. We can go to the Raptor game when Trent Jr. went for 35.
So you can't allow your man to almost get 30 and get out rebounded by, get out rebounded.
But then you got to remember that, and we playing from behind. I mean, I think if we don't trick off that first quarter, right? Say even with the turnovers, if we escape that first quarter and say we only down 5 or 8. I think it's a different outlook, but it's when you are after the first quarter, you down 35 to like 15 or 18, whatever it was. Now you spending half your time trying to get back into the game. Now you got to play extra, people gambling, trying to get turnovers and whatnot. But I mean, like with Clint, bro, like I've been saying it all year, man. We too small, bro. We are too small, and it's hard for Clint, bro. When he get 10 plus rebounds and he going against 2 7-footers, to me that's a big deal. Now, if it was just Valanciunas out there by himself and they didn't have, say, a Jackson Hayes and a Herb Gomez dude, then I'm looking at it a little different. Like, bro, go out there. But
I get what you're saying, but Hernan Gomez, he was impactful. I'm a little bit more along the side of blaming Double O for that, but Jonas was the main guy that was the most effective out of all the big men tonight.
I mean, to me, they was all effective, bro. I mean,
Jackson Hayes,
he still look, Valanciunas went for 26 and 12. Jackson Hayes still gave them 12 points, 12 boards, bro. That's 24 rebounds between their two dudes. And Jackson Hayes,
I agree with that.
And Jackson Hayes, if he would have shot halfway different, he would have had 20 and 12.
Right. I'm not blaming Clint for Jackson Hayes and the other guy, Hernan Gomez.
Well, yeah. I know that. I'm just saying, like Clint, bro. Who was guarding? If Clint guarding Valanciunas, who is guarding Jackson Hayes?
The problem is he wasn't even guarding Valanciunas.
Bro, let's be real, man. I'm gonna be 100 completely honest. He's not stopping Valanciunas, bro. He can't. Cause Valanciunas,
he can't let him get off. He can't let him get over 25 points.
He too skilled and he can shoot, bro. Clint, there's nothing he can do about that. It's just like when Clint go against let's go back to Embiid or go back to the playoffs against Milwaukee.
Nowhere near Embiid.
Against Milwaukee when Brook Lopez went for 30 and 13 against us. Any big man who got skill, Clint can't guard because Clint not gonna leave that paint, bro. He not leaving it, and he do the same thing on the offensive side of the ball. He would not. He stand right on the line of the paint on both sides. Why? On the defensive side, why? He got to get in position for rebounds, right? because ain't nobody else gonna get. Who else on our team average double-digit rebound? Nobody. So you can't tell him, Clint, go out there, and they know that. That's why they got Val. That's why Valanciunas, he didn't bang the paint, bro. He said, "I'm finna shoot this all day. Whack up, whack up, whack up." And all the coach could say, either go out there, because we was all. I mean, hell, like he might have well went out there because we was already getting murdered on the boards anyway. So I mean, I think Clint is put in a hard position, man. When we play in tall teams, man, he put in a bad position, bro. And Onyeka, he too small, bro. Did you see when Gomez, he just put the ball over his head, bro, and dropped it in the bucket? It wasn't nothing he could do about it, bro. He's just like, hey, what the basketball player do? Too small, bro. Too small, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Clint is in a bad spot, but the position we was in the game anyway, you know what? Hold up. Maybe I'll give him a 4, and maybe I should take more off of Nate for that. Let's go to Nate.
All right, that's good. That's who we on now. Coach Nate and the coaching staff, analysts. What you got on Coach Nate and the coaching staff tonight, my guy?
Well, first I'll give Clint Capella a 6, but Nate tonight, I give him a 7. I won't go too low on him because there were some things that were out of his control, but I do feel like that there were some things that he could have made some adjustments on. I feel like he failed to make some adjustments tonight, especially in that first quarter. It's like turnover after turnover, and you stuck with the same guys. If you were going to stick with the same guys, put them in some different positions, and you didn't do that tonight. And I think DJ said it, or Gerald, one of the two. You look at the way that New Orleans came down and how they were just calling plays and they were getting their plays on every play. That's what I miss about Coach Bud basketball. We had an offense. We don't run offense with Nate. We have no offense. And I don't know if it's because of Trae Young, but still at the end of the day, as a coach, you're responsible for the offensive game plan and the defensive game plan. And tonight that was bad. Now again, the players failed at a high level, so that's why I'm not giving him a 5 or a 6 or lower than that. But this is a 7 tonight. But trust me, if the players didn't perform as bad as they did tonight, and if we didn't make so many mental mistakes, Nate would have easily gotten a 3 or 4 from me.
What you got on Nate tonight, DJ?
Man, a 5.
Talk to me.
5. Because look, man, you talk about intensity. The Pelicans wanted it more. I mean, you gotta blame it on flat out intensity and preparation for your team. Our biggest offensive play that worked was throwing it down to the post to Gallo. Come on, you gotta draw up something else than that. So I mean, it's all on Nate. I mean, all this stuff that we going through right now. He tends to be sticking with his rotation, and we stick with the rotation until we, in the playing game or do whatever. But I mean, I just don't see it. Nate, it's his vision, and he preparing the team. So hey, blame it on him.
All right. What you got on Nate and the staff tonight, Gerald? A 2?
I ain't gonna go nearly that low. Nate couldn't control them 6 turnovers by Trae Young in the first quarter. So we really don't know the level of intensity the Hawks could have played with, because one man single-handedly screwed the game up.
True.
So I can't really get with the intensity thing because we really don't know. Second thing, this is one thing I will blame him for. I know we don't necessarily have the guys to do it, but DeMar brought up a point I didn't even think about. When he was bringing in, when they were trying to bring Capella out the paint so they could get offensive rebounding, you got to do something else you got to adjust to that in some way, shape, or form. How do you do that? I don't know. Normally, I have some kind of suggestion, but with
I
our
thought we should
personnel,
have
I
went with
don't
two
know.
big men tonight. I thought we should
We
have
don't
went
have two bigs, man.
I feel like we should have had Dang in the game, but that may not have really made too much of a difference on the offensive board. But
listen. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
But my biggest thing was down the stretch in the fourth quarter, DeAndre Hunter was not in the game guarding CJ McCollum. That is the one thing that really, really set me off about Nate tonight. I don't now DeLon, he did the best he could, effort-wise. I just don't. I mean, you got Hunter right there. He ain't a stopper, but he's considerably bigger than CJ.
But
so
you know what you noticed though, Gerald? I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know what you noticed?
What?
Ever since we played the Celtics and Hunter picked up all those fouls, they did us like that twice. And he picked up all those fouls and had to come out the game. Ever since then, it looked like Nate, what he does, he'll put DeLon or he'll put somebody else on the team's best player, like to start the game, and then try to put Hunter on them. Now, does it work? I mean, the jury's still out on that. It works some days it don't. But I'm thinking if you're going to do that, then I need Hunter to give me more on the offensive end. If he ain't guarding the other team best defender, then you doing that like, if he going to take, I hate to say, take a break, but if he ain't guarding a good guy, then I need some on the offensive end. But yeah, I did notice that, man, because Hunter, when he guard the best player, he always get in foul trouble. Now, I'm not saying it's always his fault. It could be some bad refereeing.
Him. I'm saying in the fourth quarter down the stretch, he should have guarded CJ. At that point, as long as you're not in foul trouble before the fourth quarter, your fouls don't really matter as long as you're not in the penalty. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So, but I think because we short players, I mean, let me change that. I mean, it's gonna sound stupid, but I think since we kind of short healthy players, that never mind, man. That shit sounds stupid, man. I don't know what the fuck he doing. Go ahead, finish your thought, man. I'm giving you my thought on Nate, man. Go ahead, man.
So yeah, you good. So that was the number one thing that kind of like really, really messed me up about Nate. DeLon did earn his right to be in that closing lineup. I will give him that. However, once it was obvious that he wasn't gonna stop CJ, he got to pull DeLon.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that DeLon did something wrong, but you gotta go with a bigger body to be able to handle that pick and roll better.
Yeah,
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah,
listen, man. I'm giving Nate a 2 today. He was scary.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in the building. And I'm not saying replace Trae Young with DeLon Wright. What I'm saying is you need to lead the better players on the court for that game. You know what I'm saying? For that game. And you can sit right there and see that we was playing better with DeLon in the game. Now, I'm not saying that happens all the time. I'm not saying it's going to happen all the time. What I'm saying is coach by what's the word I'm looking for? You got to coach each game differently. Like, I hate that he has certain substitute patterns. I hate that.
Set rotation.
Like, you'll have Trae in. Trae could be 50 for 50, and he'll still take him out the game at the end of the first quarter. I'll be like, why? Let him keep cooking. He always does that. So, you know what? He coached an excellent game against the Grizzlies. Perfect timeouts. He stayed with dudes who was making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, bro, listen, man. I call that the Trae Young effect, bro. Because when Trae Young healthy, Nate McMillan, whether it's him or he's scared of backlash from the GM, he's scared or he has his hands tied, pick whatever one you want to use, when Trae Young, when he has to play Trae. Point blank, period, man. He coached totally different when Trae didn't play last night. I mean, the other night. Totally different.
Well, yeah, I think that, well, I think that you should, but listen, I don't even know, like I told Virtual GM, we really don't know if Travis is sitting up here, because if Travis is watching it, like, let's just say he watched this game and Nate would have sat Trae. Travis got better things to do than just sit. Well, why are you not playing Trae Young? He was terrible tonight. But listen, like, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, am I? But I don't feel like Nate is necessarily handcuffed. I just feel like he shows that loyalness, or that,
bro.
Or
That's not
some
loyalty,
type of,
bro.
I think he shows to a certain extent also a little favoritism. I think that's
a better word.
True.
Yeah, I just think that you have to come to a point where it's just like, all right, listen, Trae, you don't have it. Sit down. Let's go get this win. We'll talk about it later.
Then why?
And then
I got a question for you right there. Then why he didn't keep him on the bench when we made the run and got back in the game in the third quarter? Why he didn't do it?
I thought he should, but I feel like that, for number one, what you brought up with his rotations.
Because that GM finna call his ass and say, "Why is my $200 million player sitting on the bench?" And if you don't believe me, watch this. Go back and look at go look at, and I hate to use them as an example, but go look at the Sacramento Kings, bro. When they had coach, what was the white guy name? He came from the coach. They had the old coach from Memphis, and he had them boys winning games.
Dave Yoger.
And you know what Vlade Divac told him when he was still the GM? I need the young boys playing. That's what Vlade told him. How do we know? Because he said it after they fired his ass. Those GMs, bro, let me tell you, when you pay those players $200 million, $125 million like you gave John Collins, you cannot bench the GM and the owner. They don't care about that. They don't care about that, bro.
Well, I think
you can. I don't think he's scared to bench Trae Young and get the call. I think in his mind it's even worse if he benches him and we still lose.
Well, hold up.
That's an even worse phone call.
I'm not saying bench Trae Young. I'm saying coach within the game. If you see us making moves when certain players are not in, why do you put them back in the game? Ride that momentum. But hold on, let me tap in with my boy, Virtual GM. We ain't seen him in a minute, but he's back in the building. Holla at me, my guy. Where you been at, man? And give me your thoughts on the game tonight. And then we're going to go back to you, analyst. My bad, bro.
Oh, man. Hey, I've been working, man, and just found out somebody in my family passed, but not to try to.
Sorry for the loss, my guy.
Yeah, I gotta go. I appreciate it, but I gotta go. So I probably won't be looking this week here and there. I probably in and out, but yeah, man, going back to, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for letting me come on. By the way, man, I can't take it, man. I can't take it. I was like, man, this is I hear what the analyst is saying. And then, all of you guys are making great points, and I do think it's political, like you said, like you just make the point, like if you see a player, guys, he's young. Trae Young is young still, and he is an all-star. So it's a lot of growth even within your personality. You see what I'm saying? Like the game it seems to be easy for him here and there when he's cooking. But it's the stuff that he needs to learn as far as like somebody made a point. Gallo was hot. Gallo was hot. Give it to Gallo. Boom. Find Gallo again. Look for those hot players because sometimes it don't have to be you. That's what makes the point guard great. They know they have that feeling. They have that feel of who to pass it to. Who to give it to. At certain times and when hey, this player. He's gonna, if I give it to him, he's gonna hit it. He's hot. And that's what we need to see from him. a little bit consistency of that. But I'm not disappointed in Trey as far as what he have done for Atlanta. I mean, I'm appreciative of it. I just think that Trey needs to he needs a Nate coach, because I got a feeling sometimes he can come across. Somebody said it as being, he feel like he's that guy. You see what I'm saying? And I think that hurts the coach if he's trying to coach it. But Nate, man, I mean, he has to give the instructions, and he has to let the team know, hey, I'm in charge. And I just feel like that's not the case. I just see him. I see him like Alan just said, he's giving too much free go with Trey. It's tough though. I know it's tough because I'm like, dang, you got an all-star. That's what Atlanta wants, the city. So it's like, but at some point, like what he did tonight, man, I'm sorry. I gotta call it true. I love Trey, but the turnovers, man. The way he turned them over. He's just throwing. He's just trying. Just trying to make those flash passes. I think he gets too much into that. If somebody score on him, then he wants to do what? He wants to try to go down and get a 3 on him. It's like one-on-one sometime. I'm just gonna keep it real. And that's what I see from him. And he needs to be coached, and he needs to be held accountable.
That's why we need OGs. That's
feel
why
you.
we need an OG in the
DJ.
locker room.
DJ, I got a question for you. With this current roster right now, is Nate McMillan the right coach for this team right now?
Absolutely not. Because what we need somebody who can draw up some plays, create some ball movement, move just like Alan was talking about. It's night and day when you talk about the offensive system that Bud had versus Nate. The back screens, and even tonight, what Willie Green, he was drawing up plays for that Alvarado guy. You see what I'm saying? So look, and the main reason why is because he's not big with development. Look, Jalen Johnson could have helped us out in the rebounds tonight. Just
No, he
point blank.
couldn't.
Yeah, he could. He could have helped us out in the rebounds. So say what you want to, but when it comes to the big picture development and getting Trey Young to mature, and also drawing up offensive plays, he just ain't cutting it.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I do not see Nate McMillan. Listen, I don't think that he's definitely not the guy for the job, and you can point the finger wherever you want to point it. You can, here. But at the end of the day, the coach is still responsible to do a job. And most of that is putting your players in the best position. I don't see him doing anything because my eyes are on the game mostly, but I'm also looking up at the sidelines and I'm looking at Nate McMillan standing there with his arms folded the whole time. He didn't call any plays. On defense, he'll probably say, something essential, but it's like he doesn't do anything that he doesn't do anything that is gonna be a different. It's gonna be a difference in the game. Like I'll go back to what you even said, It's like his set rotations. I've been talking about this for a while. His set rotations kill us. His inability to adjust on the fly, make in-game adjustments is killing us. Like, listen, I don't care if it is Trey Young. I'll explain it to him afterwards. And if Travis is saying that, which we haven't seen anything that he is, but if he's saying that, I'm like, look, Travis, listen, I'm the coach. And right tonight, I saw Trey Young turning the ball over. And listen, I know that he's getting paid $200 million. And listen, I agree that he should be doing better, but I have to do what's best for us to win the game, because in the end, we want to get a championship. And so if I have to sit Trey Young for however remainder of that game where that quarter is, I will do it. And listen, again, we don't know how much pressure. We don't know if there is pressure. Again, there just might be that favoritism, set rotation thing there. But Nate McMillan has to, and I'll say that he has to. He's not going to. He has to improve as a coach. He has to come up with a true offensive system and a defensive system that he can a defense where he can adjust to teams. Like we were in the first quarter.
Defense don't matter, bro. We don't have the personnel.
Well, listen,
bro, when you're in the NBA and you got to play zone, you don't have the personnel to play defense in the NBA. Okay, when you see them go into a zone, a 2-3 zone that you play in middle school. That tells you, why do you play a zone? Because you can't guard one-on-one. On the defensive side of the ball, I agree with you 100% on the offensive side because we do the same. Everybody know what we do, right? Trey bring the ball down. He going to dribble till he get double. Then he either going to try to jump and throw the ball over the dude's head. He do the same shit all the time, bro, right? But on the defensive side, we don't have the personnel, man. We got, let's see, the starters. You got one dude we can rely on man-on-man defense, Hunter. Right? Because I ain't heard nobody else talk about nobody else man-on-man defense from the starters. On the bench, you got Onyeka. You don't have nobody else who can play defense worth a damn one-on-one. Kevin Huerter's terrible. Bogey, he tries, but he not good. But, at least you see Bogey, he be trying to run through this, but he be looking so pathetic. He running, I don't know what he do. He run into the screener, and then he does this little thing where he reaches. Like, what are you doing, bro? So on the defensive side, I think Nate just don't have the proper personnel on the defensive side. But listen, fellas, I'm going to hit y'all one time. Y'all know I got to keep these under 2 hours, and we at an hour 57. So real quick, I'm going to go through everybody. Try to keep it under 30, 25 seconds. Give me your final thoughts. I'll start with analysts since you already on the screen. Give me your final thoughts. Keep it 20 seconds, please.
Yep. I thought, great show. Obviously, bad game. Trey didn't play well, but we got another one against New York. Probably going to be a loss. The way we play against them, but we got to come ready to play. We got to make the necessary adjustments, and hopefully Trae Young will be better. I'm sure he will, and we just got to move on from this one.
Keep it, Gerald. What you got? Keep it under 20 seconds, my guy. And if you got something to plug, slide your plug in real quick.
All right, yeah. I don't think it matters I don't think it matters who the coach is if we ain't got the right personnel. And if we 4-on-5 on defense, it really don't matter. But next game's another game. We'll beat the Knicks, and let's just hope we beat the Knicks and whoever else before Golden State.
All right. DJ, your final thoughts?
Man, look, people always, try to talk about Trey for this game, but here's the big picture. They got 55 points from the bigs. We were out rebounded 54-40, and we surrendered 18 offensive rebounds. When it comes to offensive rebounds, those are just as bad as turnovers. And when you talk about defense, what happens when you play good defense and you get a stop, but you can't get the rebound? That's what the offensive rebounds came into play. And that's the reason why we lost the game also, in addition to Trae Young's 7 turnovers. So what are we going to do about the rebounds?
And my guy, the GM virtual, what you got? Keep it under 20 seconds, please, my guy.
Sure will. I appreciate it once again. Hey, I'm just going to make it real simple. If a team is out rebounding you and they're bigger, then you have to adjust and become smaller. You have to run and run them out the gym. You have to be able to adapt, and I don't see that from Nate. What I saw last year was something totally different. I don't know the intensity. You can fix that. You can